on at TampaBay.com. One from Mark Topkin about how the TV deal could impact the team on the field. And then another one from John Romano about public subsidies and the fact that, the Rays walked away from $600 million in Pinellas. That, of course, is a different ownership group, the old ownership group that did that. But according to John in his article, he's saying, they could be asking for more than $1 billion in Hillsborough to build a new stadium. And when it comes to that, we've talked about all of the different options, all of the places where it could end up. And the one that seemed the most logical, once we got through the press conference with Patrick Zalewski and Babs and Grover,
in which they detailed quite clearly that they want at least 100 acres.
Exactly. Once we heard that from them, and it's not even that they just mentioned it, right? Like if it's something that came out in the press conference, they mentioned it one time, you go, okay, it's something they're thinking about. But it was, this is what we need. This is what has to happen.
And it immediately eliminated some sites, such as the Ybor site.
Yeah, right. There's not nearly enough room there. So then we started talking, like, really realistically, logically, it would probably be the Hillsborough Community College site or potentially the fairgrounds. Well, it looks like the work that's been put in, and we've seen, I think it was not long ago that there was an article from Mark Topkin about how they felt like they were making really good progress on the ballpark side of things. Well, a week from today, on January 20th, the Hillsborough College District Board of Trustees, they're going to hold a special meeting to have a vote on a deal that would basically make way for the Rays to turn the college's Northdale Mabry campus into a 110-acre mixed-use district with a new ballpark, and that's being reported by the Tampa Bay Business Journal.
It's way better than education.
Dude, education is stupid.
Oh, wow. I was kidding. I wasn't kidding, but I think that the stadium, it makes sense there. Do I love it there? No. But now kids aren't going to school.
Yeah, college is
no,
a waste of time, a waste of money.
Don't listen, kids.
I'm kidding. I've told, when I do the Great American Teach-In, I always say, like, yeah, I went to the certificate school, but, like, I would have gone to college if I was smarter when I was younger and knew what I wanted to do.
There'll be plenty of classrooms for those students to go to, but
do it online. Online college is fantastic.
Yeah,
kids.
just stop talking when it comes to how kids get their education. Let the parents and the kids decide it on their own.
What's wrong with online college?
It's not what we do. There's nothing wrong with it, but let them decide on their own what they want to do.
If some kids have to take online classes for us to get a ballpark, you're in on that, aren't you?
Yeah, but I don't want a 12-year-old going to class today going, you know what, I aspire to go to online college.
You know what? If a 12-year-old in a mom or dad's car right now, if I'm talking to you right now, 12-year-olds, if the Pat and Aaron show greatly impacts your plans for the future, your parents are doing something wrong. Parents listening right now, if me and Aaron talking about nonsense on the radio every morning has any impact on what your kids do in the future, you are doing a bad job as a parent.
I disagree.
Is that fair?
No, not at all. Chris Mathis at one point was listening to the show. Sam Cohen
and
at one point
look at how
was
he turned out.
Fantastic. Sam
didn't
Cohen at one
start
point
listening until we hired him.
Is that true, Sam?
This show specifically, yes.
You're
but
fired. You're fired.
I have been a 95.3 listener for pretty much my whole life.
That doesn't make any sense. I've been on for pretty much your whole life. How old are you?
26.
All right, so I've been on the air for what, Pat? Because I always overshoot it. How long have I been on the airwaves here?
10.
About 10.
Yeah.
I can still recall like driving to Lightning games when I was younger and listening to T-Kraz on the radio.
But not Pat and Aaron.
No.
We were midday.
I'm happy
to
to be here, though.
When you were in high school, we were midday, so I guess you were in school.
Yeah, I was paying attention, getting ready for not online college.
Because when I was at his 16, that age, I was listening to Ron and Ian.
Yeah, you lived here, too.
But he did, too.
Well, that's true.
He lived in Newport Richie.
What the heck, man? Why weren't you listening to us?
He was in school. Just say you were in school, dude.
I was in school, and it honestly, it makes being here now that much sweeter.
Yeah? Listen, I like it. You said he's fired. I love that he's honest, and that he wasn't like, oh, yeah, I've been listening forever.
Fired.
He could have made it. Like, he knows us well enough from working with us for like 2 weeks.
It's like he
could have BS'd it.
It's like the cabbie, the guy that I got into was actually an Uber driver going to the airport, and he told me he was listening to 620 when I got in the car. And I was like, oh, this
Oh,
is...
you were psyched.
I was psyched, and I was like, what's up, man? You like 620? He's like, oh, yeah, I love 620. He's like, I always listen after 9 a.m. I go, what time do you wake up? He goes, 5:45. I said, you don't like the Pat and Aaron show? He goes, nah, they're okay. And it turns out he likes my dad. He likes when I'm on with my dad.
Oh, he doesn't like me then.
He likes when you're on with Rock, or when I'm on with Rock, and even said, or when you're on with your dad. Doesn't like you and I together. And he said, I'm sorry. And I said,
so he likes every other iteration of the show if one of us is here.
Correct. And I said,
but if we're both here, F the show.
Exactly. And I said, I
want to talk to this guy.
He was great. And then we had a great conversation when I was leaving. He said, I'm sorry. I hope I wasn't too honest. I go, no, Pat, I love that.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't want to make you uncomfortable. I told you who I was. I want you to be honest with me. I like that. That's good positive feedback. Listen, our ratings.
So you pulled what you have criticized me for that exact move.
No, I told him ahead of time who I was. You wait. I told him
like,
who I
Aaron
was.
Jacobson. What do you think?
I said, do you like 620? I said, do you like 620? And then he said, you listen to 620 a lot. He was the one that said, yes, I listened. I started listening at 9 o'clock. I said, what time do you wake up? 5:45. I said, I'm Aaron Jacobson. I do the Pat and Aaron show. And we went from there. And he told me the truth after that. I swear, I don't like to hit people with the surprise. Like, I don't want them to make them uncomfortable. And then I told him, I said, thank you for the feedback. I appreciate it. It helps. And listen,
half of the fun for me is making it uncomfortable for people.
If our numbers and our ratings sucked, I would be like, this sucks. But our ratings are great.
When did this happen?
That
you
was
never even told me
on
the
my
story.
way to New York. That was not long ago.
So
I believe.
Christmas-ish?
Yeah, Christmas-ish.
Or New Year's-ish,
yeah,
I
it
guess?
was like a month ago.
Wow. I want to get that guy on board. I'm pissed now.
No, I'm not. On board, off board, whatever he wants to do, as long as he's listening at some point. So the Rays, I don't love this stadium site. We've had Hillsborough County Commissioner Ken Hagan on the show previously, and it seems like has indicated that is the destination, that is the front runner. So it seems like when this vote goes through next week, it looks like they're in the lead.
Why don't you like it?
I just don't love that area. Like, it's okay.
Dude.
It's okay.
You're right. Right now. But plop something like the Battery, which is they even mentioned it themselves, that's what they're looking to model this after. And by the way, I've never been to the Battery, for anybody listening, where if it sounds like I have all this experience, but like I've looked it up online specifically. Mayor Castro even went and visited because the Rays asked her to, the new ownership group asked her to. But like having looked at what it looks like in Atlanta and knowing that that's what they want to put there. Like, yes, right now, you're right, the area is kind of boring. There's a football stadium and a minor league baseball stadium and a college. But when it's a football stadium and a minor league baseball stadium and this whole new beautiful area with apartments and the ballpark and restaurants, and like that's going to be the attraction. Wherever you put it, that's going to be the attraction.
That's the hope.
And when you think about Dale Mabry and its vicinity to downtown, and like it almost expands the downtown area, in my opinion. I think it's great.
It's
It's great for Tampa.
So far from downtown.
It's really not, though. It's a quick drive. That's when you compare downtown Tampa or Tampa as a city to other major cities, right? Like I remember when I moved here and I was walking around with Heidi the first time in like downtown. I was like, this city's like a pimple on the ass of Boston, which is like a pimple on the ass of New York. Like, it's tiny. So it can get bigger. And I think that's what this does. It expands the city a little bit because it's still Tampa.
Like, I guess, essentially you look at Midtown and what they've done there, and that's really, really nice. But it's so tiny, and it's in the middle of, like, I don't like where it's located.
I love
when I get there.
How many acres is Midtown?
No idea. Pretty big.
I bet it's significantly less than 100 acres.
Pretty big. Midtown's pretty big. I don't know about I don't speak in acreage.
Think about this. They're talking. I know we've got to get out. There's a ballpark going there, and then they're talking about residential area and restaurants and like, could you fit a ballpark in Midtown?
Not
just the ballpark itself.
Right. Okay.
So it's significantly larger area than Midtown. So don't look at it as Midtown with a ballpark. It's gonna be 10 times. I'm exaggerating because I'm not sure. It's gonna be way bigger than Midtown.
And then transportation, they got to make it easy to get to, and parking.
Well, that's parking. It's one of the easiest areas to navigate in the city right now.
Parking at Steinbrenner was kind of annoying. I love the bridge getting up, through, but everything else was
You're
annoying.
the only one who loved walking on that stupid bridge.
I thought the
by
bridge
way.
was great. The fact that you could just get on that bridge and walk over was awesome, but like getting into the parking lot was disaster zone. There's only like one way in. It was nuts.